Klay Thompson gets accused of cheating on Megan Thee Stallion. So you had a post. I don't know where this post came from, but this source was talking about Klay Thompson is cheating on Megan Thee Stallion every chance he gets.
So these rumors about Klay Thompson allegedly cheating on Megan Thee Stallion just refuse to fade out, no matter how many times people try to move on. Social media keeps dragging this story back into the spotlight, reposting old clips, screenshots, and half-baked theories like it's brand new tea. From the outside, though, Klay and Megan appear solid based on what they've chosen to show publicly, and that's an important distinction. They were first linked around mid-2025 after online detectives connected the dots, even though neither of them officially confirmed anything at the time. At first, staying quiet seemed like the move, but once speculation exploded, they leaned into the visibility instead of hiding. Now, fans are buzzing about rumors that they may even be sharing a place, which, if true, suggests this isn't some throwaway situation at all. People also keep pointing out that Megan looks lighter, happier, and way more at ease than in previous public relationships, and that detail keeps fans watching closely. She looks more relaxed, more confident, and way more open than we've seen in a long time.
Now, Klay, I told you, if you should so ever happen to feel like you don't want Meg Thee Stallion for whatever reason, all you had to do was get up and go. You seem to have understood that. Allegedly, y'all have purchased a house together. Y'all looked real cute the other night at the game. However, why did I find this on the internet? I'm an old school pop culture host, so Auntie Lawyer is always going to be my little secret getaway. According to them people over there in the blind items, they say that you be cheating on Meg Thee Stallion any chance you get. Now, I want to be the first person to tell you I don't believe it. I do not believe it. I don't want to believe it. But again, I'm going to say this publicly. If you hurt Meg Thee Stallion, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you.
Fans keep pointing out that her energy feels lighter, like she's finally moving without tension hanging over her head. She even dropped music that many listeners believe was inspired by Klay Thompson, which only fueled the idea that this relationship runs deeper than just surface-level vibes. From the outside looking in, Megan and Klay seem aligned, emotionally locked in, and comfortable moving as a unit. That's why the cheating rumors feel so jarring to fans who've been rooting for this chapter of Megan Thee Stallion's life. Back in 2025, whispers already started floating that Klay may have been unfaithful, though nothing was ever confirmed. Some online voices even tried flipping the script and dragging Megan into it too, but again, no proof ever surfaced on either side. Still, once a rumor hits the internet, it sticks like glue. Things flared up again around New Year's Eve, when Klay was allegedly spotted out with his ex-girlfriend, and that moment sent timelines spiraling fast. Shortly after, people noticed he had allegedly refollowed her on social media, which only made the optics worse with old rumors already lurking. Now it's gone a step further, with a blind item making the rounds, claiming an NBA player is cheating on a rapper with 3 names whenever he gets the chance, and people didn't need long to start connecting dots and side-eyeing everything again. No names were officially confirmed, but that didn't stop online detectives from working overtime and connecting dots within minutes. Screenshots, timelines, follows, unfollows, all of it got dissected like a crime scene.
I call cap. I don't believe that. Not one bit. I don't believe it. Maybe if the post would have said Megan Thee Stallion cheating on Klay Thompson every chance she get, maybe I might take that serious, right? So this post, I don't know where it came from, man. I don't believe it's true with all the sipping Klay Thompson's been doing. That's like a post coming out saying Russell Wilson's cheating on Sierra every chance he get. Ain't nobody believing that. Nobody's believing that. Now, hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Klay Thompson's out here knocking down every joint he see. I highly doubt that, right? So I believe that's definitely false, fake news or whatever. We'll see what happens with that situation. But that post was talking about Klay out here cheating on Meg every chance he get.
And while none of this has been proven, people are being brutally honest about one thing. NBA players live a very specific lifestyle. They're constantly traveling, constantly in different cities, and constantly surrounded by attention. Add serious money, fame, and non-stop access into the mix, and history shows that temptation usually isn't far behind. Let's be real, stories about NBA players slipping up are nothing new, and that reputation didn't come out of thin air. When you've got cameras everywhere and people lining up hoping to get noticed, it creates an environment where boundaries can get real blurry real fast. That doesn't mean every athlete cheats, but the track record definitely keeps fans skeptical. Now, do I personally believe Klay Thompson is out here cheating on Megan Thee Stallion? That part is still unclear. On the surface, they look good together, comfortable, and genuinely happy, but public appearances don't tell the full story. What we see online is curated, controlled, and polished, and behind closed doors can be a completely different reality. That gap between image and truth is exactly why these rumors keep resurfacing, and why people can't stop side-eyeing the situation. Another detail people keep glossing over is that we have no idea what kind of arrangement they actually have. Not every relationship follows the same rules, especially when high-profile lifestyles are involved. Some women already understand what comes with dating an NBA player: the travel, the attention, the non-stop spotlight, and not everyone expects strict loyalty in the traditional sense. People move differently when they know exactly what they're signing up for, and Megan Thee Stallion's expectations could be very different from what outsiders assume. At the same time, it's also very possible that Klay Thompson isn't doing anything wrong at all. That said, those New Year's Eve photos didn't exactly help his case, even if they were simply at the same party. Timing matters, and optics matter even more when rumors are already floating around online. Once the internet locks onto a narrative, it doesn't wait for context before running wild with it. On top of that, Klay has been called out before. Back in the day, he dated Hannah Stocking, and she publicly accused him of being unfaithful during their relationship, which only adds another layer to why people stay skeptical now. That situation dates back to around 2014 and 2015. So yes, it's old history, but the internet never forgets patterns, fair or not, and once accusations exist, they tend to resurface the moment new rumors pop up. That's exactly what's happening here, with people questioning whether old habits might be creeping back, or if Klay Thompson has actually tightened up and is staying completely faithful to Megan Thee Stallion. The reality is, nobody truly knows what's going on behind the scenes. Right now, everything floating around is still speculation, assumptions, and internet chatter. What's making people uneasy is how deeply Megan appears to be invested. She looks emotionally locked in, fully present, and not treating this like a game or a moment. That's why some fans are openly saying they hope she's not being embarrassed or having her time wasted. They want to see her protected, not caught in another messy situation.
Man, I really hope Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion make it all the way to the long haul, bro. I hope their relationship is forever, to be honest, because Megan Thee Stallion need that. I'm not saying she need a man. I'm saying I think she needs a support system, and I'm hoping that Klay Thompson can be that for her, because seeing how the world had treated her and turned on her, right? Especially when it came to the whole Tory Lanez situation. She had nobody really in her corner. But now she got this man in her corner, and I hope they make it.
At the same time, others are flipping the narrative entirely. Some are saying the relationship almost looks too perfect. The constant affection, the soft public moments, and the polished energy have people whispering that it might be more image-driven than authentic. To certain observers, it doesn't feel fully organic, and that uncertainty is exactly what keeps the conversation spinning non-stop. A big reason people keep questioning this relationship is because celebrity couples live in a completely different reality than regular people. Nothing is private. Every move gets analyzed, every smile turns into a headline, and every moment gets picked apart frame by frame.
This is one relationship, because I don't really pay attention to celebrity relationships and stuff like that because I don't care. But for Megan Thee Stallion's sake, I really hope that they make it. And they seem like a very good couple, They seem to really enjoy each other's company. Klay Thompson definitely enjoying himself. Megan Thee Stallion smiling. I mean, they look good together. So me personally, I really am praying on it. And when I say I'm praying on it, I really mean like I'm praying that they make it. For real. Megan Thee Stallion been through a lot. And, you know, she deserves some love. And for all you dudes that's finna get in my comment and talk about some nonsense, bro, she tried to take down Tory, man, shut up. It wasn't even her to come after Tory. It was the goddamn state of California. But some of y'all still so uneducated that you still don't even know that. She was really trying to protect the nigga, but okay.
When a relationship looks overly affectionate all the time, some people start wondering if it's genuine or if it's being carefully curated for cameras and social media. In today's spotlight-driven culture, perception matters just as much as reality, especially when both people are high-profile. With Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion, the constant praise, public support, and visible affection have led some fans to side-eye the dynamic, not because they dislike either of them, but because the energy feels extremely polished, almost too clean. In the celebrity world, real love and branding often overlap, and that blurred line naturally makes people skeptical by default. What looks like romance to some can look like strategy to others. Another layer is Megan's past, which fans definitely haven't forgotten. She's been through public heartbreak, messy situations, and relationships that didn't end quietly. Because of that history, a lot of her supporters feel protective over her. They don't want to see her pouring into another situation where she's giving more than she's getting, especially when the stakes are this visible. That's exactly why the cheating rumors hit harder than usual. For a lot of people, it's not just about gossip, it's about concern. Fans see how openly she shows affection, how positively she speaks about him, and how emotionally invested she appears. To them, it feels real, vulnerable, and sincere, and that's what makes the idea of her being played feel uncomfortable to watch. There's a protectiveness that kicks in when someone looks like they're genuinely all in. People don't want to see Megan Thee Stallion caught off guard or embarrassed, especially after everything she's already been through publicly. On the flip side, plenty of people believe Megan is way more aware and calculated than she gets credit for. She's a smart businesswoman, deeply experienced in the industry, and fully understands how fame, optics, and relationships collide. Some argue that if this relationship had flexible boundaries or a private understanding, she likely stepped into it with open eyes and clear terms. Not every relationship follows traditional rules, especially in high-profile circles. What looks like cheating to outsiders could be something both parties already understand behind closed doors. That's why some fans think the non-stop speculation says more about public expectations than about what's actually happening between her and Klay Thompson. And at the end of the day, the truth is probably way more boring than the rumors make it sound. Social media thrives on extremes, not nuance, and real relationships are almost never black and white. Everything gets exaggerated, dramatized, and stretched for clicks. Either way, the non-stop discussion proves just how invested people are in both of them as individuals. Whether this relationship is deeply genuine, quietly complicated, or partially strategic, only Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson actually know the truth, unless one of them decides to speak on it directly. Everything else floating around is just noise, and in celebrity culture, silence has a way of making that noise louder and more chaotic over time. The longer nothing gets addressed, the more people fill in the blanks themselves. When you really step back and look at the situation, it becomes obvious why people can't stop talking about it. This isn't just about rumors or blind items. It's about two high-profile figures whose lives stay under a microscope no matter what they do. Megan has built her career on confidence, independence, and emotional honesty. Fans feel like they know her personally because she shared so much of herself through her music and public journey. When she looks happy, people root hard for her. And when there's even a hint that she might be getting played, those same fans instantly go into protection mode. That emotional connection is exactly why every follow, every photo, and every rumor gets blown up into a full-blown online conversation. At the same time, Klay Thompson comes with his own baggage, fair or not. Athletes, especially NBA players, often get judged before anything even happens. The lifestyle alone creates assumptions. The non-stop travel, the fame, the money, and the constant access to attention automatically shape a narrative in people's minds. So even when there's no confirmed wrongdoing, speculation rushes in to fill the gaps. That doesn't mean Klay is guilty of anything, but it does mean he doesn't get the benefit of the doubt the way a regular guy might. Once a reputation forms online, it sticks, whether it's deserved or not. What really keeps the debate alive is how polished the relationship looks publicly. The photos, the smiles, the supportive energy, all of it feels very clean, very controlled. To some people, it almost looks too perfect, and that's where the side-eye starts. In today's culture, authenticity is praised, but perfection gets questioned. When something feels overly smooth, folks start assuming there's a strategy behind it instead of spontaneity. That's where the PR relationship talk comes in, not because people want it to be fake, but because celebrity culture has trained audiences to be skeptical by default. When fame is involved, love doesn't just get felt, it gets analyzed, debated, and dissected in public. We've seen way too many situations where love and branding get mixed together to boost visibility, so it's understandable why people stay skeptical. That said, public affection doesn't automatically mean deception. Some couples really are that into each other, and some people are naturally expressive without holding back. Megan Thee Stallion has always been vocal about her feelings, whether through interviews, lyrics, or public moments, so it wouldn't be shocking if this is simply how she loves. Being open and affectionate has always been part of her personality, not something new she picked up for a relationship. The real issue is that social media doesn't leave room for nuance. Everything has to be labeled as either fake or flawless, toxic or perfect, with zero space in between. That all-or-nothing mindset fuels constant speculation and keeps the conversation stuck in extremes. Another thing worth mentioning is how silence tends to make situations louder instead of calmer. Neither she nor Klay Thompson has directly addressed the rumors, and while that's fully their right, it also leaves room for theories to grow unchecked. When facts are missing, people start filling in blanks with assumptions, recycled headlines, and past accusations. Old stories get dragged back into the spotlight, timelines get reshaped, and suddenly rumors feel bigger than the reality behind them. At this point, it becomes less about the actual relationship and more about the narratives people already believe. Once a storyline takes shape online, facts matter less than perception. A lot of people are also entertaining the idea that this relationship might not follow traditional rules, and that's something the public struggles to accept. Not every couple operates under the same expectations, especially in celebrity circles where lifestyles are anything but normal. Boundaries can look very different behind closed doors. What outsiders are quick to label as cheating might not be viewed the same way privately. Without knowing those personal agreements, it's impossible to judge the situation fairly. But let's be honest, fairness rarely stops the internet from forming loud opinions. What makes this whole situation especially messy is how it sits right at the intersection of fame, gender expectations, and past trauma. Megan Thee Stallion's history makes people extra sensitive and protective. Klay Thompson's reputation makes people extra suspicious. Mix that with blind items, recycled headlines, and social media detectives digging nonstop, and you've got a recipe for endless conversation. The truth could be simple, complicated, or somewhere in between. But until one of them decides to speak openly, the noise will only keep getting louder and more chaotic. At the end of the day, everything right now is still speculation, and even if they do speak on it, not everyone is going to believe them anyway. That's the downside of living life publicly. Once a story takes on its own life, it doesn't need facts to survive. It just needs attention, clicks, and conversation. So for now, all anyone can really do is sit back and watch how things unfold. Whether this relationship between Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson turns out to be genuine, misunderstood, quietly complicated, or short-lived, one thing is crystal clear: people are emotionally invested. And that emotional investment says just as much about celebrity culture as it does about the couple themselves. Fame blurs lines, magnifies rumors, and turns private moments into public debates faster than anyone can control. Now, before you dip, make sure you smash that like button if this breakdown had you thinking. Drop a comment and tell me where you stand on this situation. If you're riding with us, hit subscribe, tap that notification bell, and stay locked in so you don't miss a single messy update. Trust me, you're gonna want to be right here for the next one.